Hello. I wanted to talk about what you might be justifying and why you might be justifying things in your life and why we need to start denying things instead of justifying things. And when I mean denying, I mean literally get rid of them in your life. Because if you're justifying them, it's not a good sign, right? Justifying something is like you're trying to prove it right or trying to make reason of it when it has no point to do that. Like there's not actually a deep reason. So, let me know if you find yourself justifying things. So I know justifying can look like it's fine because, it's okay because, it's all right because, and we justify these things in our minds and we make it to be this like okay thing when in reality it's not actually okay, or we wouldn't be justifying it, right? Like we wouldn't be taking the time to go in our head, oh, it's fine because it's fine because she, right? Like it's fine because like if someone, when someone eats something really terrible for their body and they're like, it's fine because I'm gonna run 4 miles tomorrow, and it's like, okay, but when is it all of a sudden okay to just give your body a ton of junk? Now, we all do this, and there can be ways to justify these things, absolutely, but at the same time, when we really get down to the core of it, there's reasons we justify. It's okay that he talked to me this way. Okay, it's okay that my girlfriend is like this because I've always dated girls like this, right? Like, we hear people say these things, and it's ridiculous because you're literally just justifying behavior that you don't actually appreciate, even from yourself, right? You're justifying, oh, it's fine that I had just like a little bit. I mean, it's not gonna kill me, right? But it's like, yeah, well, over time it adds up, right? And so I want to ask you to be honest with yourself. What are you justifying in your life right now? Like, I was inspired to share this because I was like, I wonder, like, if you had a camera following you around, like, how much of your life would you justify, right? Like, how much of your life would you go, like, it's fine, like, it's all good because of this, this, and that. So we justify things because there is an underlying belief system, an underlying identity that has not been released, that we are living in, and our subconscious mind wants to keep us safe and wants to keep us in that identity because it knows that as soon as we start to shift, that means it could get a little rocky, it could get a little scary, it means that there's change, it means that something's going to be different, and that the mind is going to have to adjust. And your mind is like, we want you to survive and like have the easiest life ever, not have to go through any struggle, and give you the best possible means to make that happen. So your subconscious is trying to like keep you safe, right? So meanwhile, you need to grow. You know there's reason for you to grow. You know that you absolutely have to recognize what's going on, but you choose not to, and instead you just go, it's fine because. It makes sense because. It's all right since. But that's just not the truth, and you're lying to yourself. You're actually lying to yourself because you're allowing those negative beliefs and those beliefs that don't serve you, limiting beliefs, literally take control. And it's easy to do this. Like, I'm not saying that it's all on you and it's your fault and you need to be ashamed of it. What I'm saying is that you need to recognize it when it comes up. Recognize it when it comes up and go, wait, I'm justifying this behavior because my identity has been rooted in this behavior, right? Like, I'm justifying me overeating because I've always been someone who overeats. I'm justifying me having the junk food every single night before bed because I always end the night with a dessert. That's how I grew up. I'm justifying being talked to this way by my partner because I've always had a partner who talked to me this way. I'm okay with having a subpar life if it keeps me away from potentially being hurt. That's what you're telling yourself. I'm okay with going through this pain and struggle because who knows, the future pain and struggle of getting out of it could be much worse. So let's just stay here. Let's just hang out here. It's fine. And that is so like us as humans to do that. Like, we are built to stay safe, and staying safe means staying where you are and not growing and not changing, even if it's gonna be best for you and your body and the way that you need to survive. You may still be trapped where you are because your mind is like, no, because even if it's better on the other side, like, we shouldn't change because that's going to require this and that and the other thing, right? Again, beliefs come up, wiring, like the beliefs that have been wired into you subconsciously, all these things are coming up, and you may not even recognize it, right? Like, again, you may not consciously recognize it, but it's a thing, it's happening. And if you find yourself justifying things a lot, then you need to look at your identity and go, who do I need to become in order to achieve what I desire? What do I need to believe in order to create these results? What do I need to do? What actions do I need to take in order to generate these results, right? Because yes, you can have an idea and you can have something you want to achieve, but until your beliefs and your thought patterns support that, you will not be able to achieve it at the level of which you are actually capable of. Whether or not you know you're capable of achieving at a higher level, you are. And it's amazing when we can actually get through those blocks, get through those limits, get through those patterns that aren't serving us, how much we can grow in such a short period of time. Because as soon as we can recognize where these things are coming from and release them, we have now stepped into a new identity, right? As soon as we allow ourselves to actually become who we want to become, then we're creating that space for ourselves to take those actions. That comes by default. Again, the results always come by default when you do the inner work. Now, making justifications it's just not going to serve you. We already know this. We know this. I don't need to tell you this. Like, it almost feels silly to say this to you guys because you know it. Like, you deep down inside know when you're justifying something because you're going, I'm justifying this. I'm not hungry, but I'm eating. But it's okay because I need food. I have to eat to survive, right? Like, we say the most irrational things ever. Like, if you had a child and your child looked at you and was like, I'm not hungry, you would not force feed your child. I would hope not anyways, unless your child obviously like had a problem where it wasn't hungry, but I think you guys also can recognize the circumstances that I am outlining here and using as examples, right? So like, if your child leaves half their plate and they're like telling you they're full, like, don't make them finish their plate. Like, that's just, it doesn't make any sense, right? And there's other things behind that we won't get into today. But anyway, what I'm getting at here is we need to start denying ourselves of the justifications, because just denying over justifying, because when we can deny these things in our lives and choose to take the path which actually serves us in a way that maybe requires a little bit of extra effort, more commitment, more investment, time, money, effort, valuable resources, energy, all these things that we're putting into it. Yes, it can require that, but that's going to bring you to the best outcome, right? And then even more, it opens up more doors. So we have to deny the things that do not serve us. And we have to be strong enough and we have to be conscious enough to recognize it when it comes up and be honest with ourselves and go, I know that this is me justifying a behavior that I don't actually believe in. So I'm not going to allow this to happen. Where is this coming from? Okay. What is the belief that's driving this decision? Okay, I recognize that. Where did that belief come from? Okay, got it. Cool. Okay, so now what do I need to believe? Okay, like, what was there to learn from that situation that caused me to believe that? Ah, got it. Okay, so now I know I need to believe this. Okay, now that I believe this, what action do I need to take and who do I need to become? And in order to become that person, what actions do I need to take? Do you see how this all strings together? That's literally a process that you can take yourself through every single day whenever these things come up, because they're gonna come up. They're gonna come up. But don't get caught in justifying everything that others do, others say, you do, you say, ultimately, inner reality, external reality. Don't get caught up in justifying everything, because you will be stuck living in your mediocre life that you are so desperately trying to break out of. And I'm being real with love for you guys, because I know there are so many of you who want to change. I know there are so many of you who want to achieve your goals. I know there are so many of you who are feeling stuck, who are feeling lost, or who just don't know where to turn. And I'm telling you right now, you absolutely 100% have the power within you to change that. And I would not be this real with you if I didn't 100% believe in you and your ability to do that. So I'm sharing this with you because I know you have the power and you have the ability to take yourself through these things and really come out on top and make yourself feel amazing every single day, recognizing that you are capable of living your most empowered and free lifestyle by taking care of yourself, by recognizing these things when they come up, by loving yourself. At the end of the day, all of this always comes back to self-love, because when you love yourself, you can do these things. You can develop personally. You can actually recognize where these things come up and then give yourself permission to address them. When you love yourself, you can be honest with yourself, right? If love is honesty to you, then you're honest with yourself. If love is serving you, then you serve yourself, right? If love is healthy and fulfilling, then you do things that are healthy and fulfilling. It's really all rooted in you. And I 100% know, trust, and believe that every single human being on this planet has the ability to look within and create something so powerful within them that they absolutely cannot be held back from radiating out into the world. And I mean, seriously, like almost like exploding it out into the world, because you are here for a very specific reason. And no matter what that is, whether or not you know it yet, like, thank you for just being here, being a human being, because no matter what, you being on this planet is making a difference in some way, shape, or form. And recognize that you have the power and you have the responsibility to take care of yourself and show up every single day for yourself, for others. It doesn't really matter at this point until you decide that you are someone who shows up. You are someone who takes care of yourself. You are someone who loves yourself. You are someone who takes the time to invest in yourself. I mean, like, invest energy in yourself. And since all things are energy, I'm talking about going all in for you. Because what does that do? It allows you to go all in for everyone around you, and then all in for the world, and then guess what? All of it comes back into you. It's just the way that it is, as long as you believe it that it is. Now, I feel like I'm really going off because I'm just getting really passionate about this and heated about this because I love it. But yeah, I'm really on a mission. Like, this is all part of my mission. I mean, my main thing is that I really, really am rooted, and I know that my purpose is to empower women to start building more than just a body. And you know what? All people, not just women, but I just tend to talk to women more. So anyways, really start building more than just a body. And this comes from emphasizing the importance of self-love, confidence, mindset, beliefs, behavior, and of course, well-being development, all next to nutrition and fitness, because guess what? It all goes hand in hand. And I just love the idea of the fact that everything is within us, but also it's all connected on an internal and external level. It's really quite amazing when you realize that you are within everything and you're part of everything in your life. It's really amazing. It's powerful. It's powerful realization. You have so much more control than you might feel. And trust me, I've been there. I've been in a position where I felt like I have no control. And I've been like, I don't even have control of my thoughts. This is crazy. And I get massive anxiety over it. And I'd be super depressed. So I understand. Like, I actually get it. Like, I get it. And I know sometimes it's hard to hear someone say, life is amazing, if you don't feel like that. Even if you feel like that, but some internal battle and demon is literally running through your brain, like, no, life isn't that great. Like, I understand what you're going through, and I'm telling you right now, you absolutely have the power to come out on top, and I have no doubt that you will if you allow yourself to go deep and create that reality, because ultimately it's up to you to actually implement these things and really give yourself permission to go deep and to take it up a level, to take it up a notch, because you absolutely 100% have the ability. 100%. There is no doubt, but you have to believe that you are worthy, capable, and deserving of achieving these results. Any result. I went off totally from the subject, but I think it all really flowed, and I'm excited to hear your thoughts on this topic. What are you justifying in your life that you need to get rid of? Start denying, and what can you raise more awareness around, right? Like, this is ultimately about raising your awareness. Be aware when you justify things that actually aren't serving you. And let me know how you go with this. I'm very curious. I know some of this can get personal, so feel free to message me with your experience with this. I'm really excited. And with that being said, let me know if you guys have any questions at all, because I do these live streams every day, and I love it when I get questions from you guys, because it just makes it so much fun to share and talk and connect and just... yeah, I love being able to serve you guys. You're awesome, and I appreciate every single one of you. Without you guys, it would not be possible to be able to be making the impact that I'm making and am becoming in this world. So thank you all so much, and if you agree with this video or you like it, feel free to share it or just let me know in the comments below. Just tell me what you think. I love chatting with you guys. So with that being said, I hope you have an amazing day, night, or morning. Wherever you are in the world, just make it awesome.